Hello and welcome to the Caterpillar Cross Stitch YouTube channel. Today we're talking all about cross stitch kits. Hi everyone, I'm Jackie from Madam Heart Cross Stitch, and today I'm here with my very good friends over at Caterpillar Cross Stitch to talk all about cross stitch kits. A friendly reminder, you can access a free Caterpillar Cross Stitch ebook when you sign up to their VIP Stitch Club. You'll receive 8 free digital patterns when joining, as well as Caterpillar Cross Stitch's top 10 ultimate cross stitch tips. The link to sign up can be found in the video description, and while you're there, please remember to like this video and subscribe to their channel. You can also find us on Instagram at Caterpillar Cross Stitch and on Facebook under the group name Caterpillar Cross Stitch Sal's Stitch Along Group. The group has over 18,000 members and is a great place to connect with other stitchers, offer advice, and learn tips and tricks. Links for all of the Caterpillar Cross Stitch social media pages can be found in the video description below. And lastly, if you're interested in designing your very own cross stitch patterns, we have a fantastic design platform called Love It Stitch It. You can design your very own cross stitch patterns, convert images into cross stitch patterns, and also buy and sell patterns in their cross stitch marketplace. In today's video, we're talking all about cross stitch kits. When I think about cross stitch kits, I really think about convenience because they are super duper convenient and typically come with nearly everything you need to really get started working on a pattern. I think they're especially great for beginners, so whether you're new to cross stitch or maybe trying to get someone you know into cross stitch, really take a lot of the guesswork out of figuring out what type of fabric and how much fabric you need to buy for any given pattern. And it removes the hassle of trying to source and purchase all of the floss that you might need to complete the pattern. So today I have with me the Winter Life cross stitch kit from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. So let's go ahead and open this up and look at everything that's included. I love that we have a picture of the completed cross stitch right there on the front of the kit, so we know exactly which pattern this is for. And when we take a look at the back, I really love that they give you the full contents included right here on the back. So we know that it includes instructions, a printed color chart, DMC thread, white fabric, a needle, and a thread holder. It also lets you know which fabric count is included. So we know that this will have 14 count Aida, and it gives you the finished design size dependent on which count you're working on. It also lets you know the total stitch count, and it lets you know if there's any specialty stitches included. I really love that they include this detail. And this pattern only has full cross stitches, so there's no back stitching or any type of specialty stitches like a French knot. So opening this up, so here is our pattern, which of course includes the thread key. So if we were to run out of floss, which I'm sure we wouldn't because they do provide a little bit of extra in each kit, we would be able to see which DMC thread color is needed and then purchase any additional floss that we need. We've also got all of our floss here that we'll need to complete the project. We've got the proper amount of fabric, and like I said, this is a 14 count Aida fabric. And we've got a needle here. And there's also a really fantastic instruction guide here, which is so helpful, especially for beginners. As you can see, kits come with nearly everything you need to get started. One more tool you'll want to have handy is a pair of scissors. I always recommend using a nice pair of sharp scissors so that you don't fray the edges of your embroidery floss too much when you're cutting it to length. And when you're cross stitching, you definitely can just hold your fabric in your hands. That's called stitching in hand. But you'll notice that a lot of folks do prefer to use some type of frame to hold their fabric in to keep it nice and tight. If that applies to you, it definitely applies to me. You may want to pick up a small hoop that you can put your fabric in to keep it nice and taut while you're stitching. Something I really love about the Caterpillar cross stitch kits is when you're looking on their website, for a lot of their kits, you'll actually have an option for which count fabric you want to use. A lot of us just have different personal preferences, so I really love that there's some flexibility there when you're looking through their kits online. Sometimes though, you may want to make substitutions to the type of fabric you're using, either the count or even the color fabric. And you may even want to make substitutions to some of the called for floss colors that are included in the pattern. In those cases, it may be really worthwhile to kit up the pattern on your own. Caterpillar Cross Stitch does make it super easy to do, and you'll notice that when you're looking at their patterns online, a lot of times there's an option to either purchase a full kit or just download a PDF copy of the pattern. When you purchase a PDF copy of the pattern, you'll have an instant download available, which is really great, especially if you're a little impatient like I am and really ready to start working on your project ASAP. When you download that PDF pattern, you'll have instant access to the same pattern that you would have on paper. And this will include all of the key information that you need to kit up the pattern. So if you need to figure out how much fabric you need to buy for any given cross stitch pattern, you can look at two different things. So you can start by looking to see if the pattern provides the finished size, and we can see on this one it does. It lets us know both for 14 and 16 count Aida what the finished design size would be. You can also look for the stitch count to help you determine that finished design size as well. And there's a lot of great tools out there. A quick Google search will turn up a lot of different cross stitch calculators where you can input your stitch count and the fabric count you're working on, and it will let you know what that finished design size is. So we know what our finished size is going to be if we're stitching on 14 count Aida. I find it easiest to just round those numbers up. So we'll call this 11 inches wide by 3 inches high. Now, when we're thinking about how much fabric to buy, I always like to leave at least a few inches of border space around that finished design. First, it provides a small margin of error to ensure you're not going to run out of space with your fabric. And it's also very important for finishing. Most folks like to leave anywhere between 2 to 4 inches of space for finishing. If we go with the minimum there, so let's say 2 inches, we'll want to add that around all 4 sides of our design. So in this case, I would want to find a piece of 14 count fabric that's at least 15 inches wide by 7 inches high. And if you are kitting up a pattern on your own, you'll also need to know which floss colors you need to buy. So in this case, the floss that's being used is DMC. So you can easily reference the DMC thread key or symbol key to figure out which floss colors you need to buy. So we can see this first one, the DMC 754, is this nice peachy color here. So if you're purchasing floss online or at a needlepoint shop or craft store, you can find those DMC colors that you need by looking for those numerical identifiers. And if you are kitting up your own pattern, you can definitely swap out some colors for other ones. Whether you kit up a pattern on your own or purchase a kit that's ready to go, Caterpillar Cross Stitch has so many amazing patterns you can choose from. Thanks for joining me today, and until next time, happy stitching!